Alternative fuels, sustained mobility, are all very important topics today. And I'm here with one of the experts in this area, spokesperson for alternative mobility drivetrains, Daniel Kamuher. And this is a Hydrogen 7.
That's
it's
right.
a brand new, interesting kind of a car. A lot of people might think, hydrogen, where am I going to get that filled up? What does that mean? It doesn't have to be right now though, does it? This is just a door opening to the future. Tell me about it.
That's right. What we are showing over here is the very first serial production car in the premium segment of a hydrogen car. Now, the thing which is striking about it is like just a conventional car, meaning it's working on a combustion engine and it is working either on gasoline or hydrogen. Therefore, it can run today already with a vision of the future. It can provide a mobility that does not produce any CO2 emissions, which are by experts related to the greenhouse effects. Therefore, with this car, we can now prove that we can run still if oil or gasoline that we have run out of. So this is an alternative, a solution to continue mobility.
So to be clear, we drive on regular fuel and all of a sudden that fuel's not available and all of a sudden hydrogen is the way that we'll get around.
Well,
I don't mean that we're going to run out of fuel, I mean it's the option that you have.
This is the option.
Yeah.
With this one you can flip within fractions of a second between either driving in gasoline or driving in hydrogen. But the idea is that if gasoline is phasing out or becoming very expensive, or the dependency politically is that much that you decide we have to have an alternative solution, this is the one to choose. You know, with the first hydrogen car, you are ready to provide still mobility if everything else is stopping down.
And the emissions from this car are basically water.
Pure water, that's it. It's the most clean BMW we ever built. There is no legislation that can compete with. The emission standards are that high that it is below any existing emission standard.
Now with this vehicle, let's say you're running on conventional fuel and you decide to switch over to hydrogen. How is your performance going to change? What's going to happen?
With this first B-fueled car, it has a little bit less power, but this car already provides 260 horsepower. So we think this is quite enough. It can run up to a speed of 230 kilometers per hour, which is equivalent to 186 miles per hour. Now, we think this is quite a lot. You should feel satisfied with that. So, and this is just a start. We know already out of research that pure hydrogen engine, meaning running only on hydrogen, have a factor of 3 in the potential of power and torque output, meaning a future 4-cylinder hydrogen engine is able to provide the same level of power output that this one is doing right now. So this is the future.
Now, currently I believe there's only 1 or 2 filling stations in the US, but you're hoping that this infrastructure will grow as partners join BMW in this regard, is that right?
This is the whole point. The point for BMW is we are providing beautiful cars that we think partners will join in and be emotionalized with. With these sort of cars, we hope to be convincing that the customer will buy these cars, but also that the industry will join in pursuing a hydrogen infrastructure. Therefore, what we have already started is a hydrogen infrastructure in Germany. We have 3 filling stations together with Total, but we are also showing these cars over there in the States, meaning in California, maybe in Washington, maybe all over the countryside with mobile fuel stations that we're going to provide. Therefore, yes, we hope that industrial partners will join in and decide, yes, we think hydrogen is the future. We are going to invest into a hydrogen infrastructure in hydrogen fuel stations.
That's wonderful, Daniel. So I know that people that buy 7 Series cars love their cars. They keep them, they enjoy them, it's a part of their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it seems that with this car, BMW is saying it's about emotions, not emissions.
This is the idea. With this, we said power becomes responsible. Yeah, this is the idea about it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Well done.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Now, a lot of car companies will put a tremendous amount of effort into a particular muscle car or high-speed version of a car. BMW has an entire division, the M division. Now, I'm a long-time M driver, and I can tell you that there is a unique and special difference when you're driving an M car. This is the Z4M. Now, the Z4M Roadster is not perhaps the most favorite of the cars. It has the convertible top, I love the open air appearance of it, and now that there's an M version, it has the same inline 6 330 horsepower motor that the E46 M3 had. One thing that I really do love is the new hardtop version. This is the Z4 M Coupe, and unlike the previous series coupe, this is a beautiful, sleek, elegant design. Bangle and his team have done a wonderful job with this car. I've driven this on an autocross track, and I can tell you that it is not only responsive, but it is neutral. It handles in every way, shape, and form, just like a little sports car should. It does have a small boot, but it is an M car, and that makes it very special. Speaking of special, right behind me over here, we've changed everything. This is a V10 500 horsepower M5. If you need 4 seats, and those 4 seats have to seat 4 adults, then this is the car. Let's take a look. That's an elegant back seat. Your own controls for temperature, the ability to sit in comfort, and at the same time, the driver can go 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. What a wonderful thing is that. Now, by the way, the V10 engine in this car is controllable. You can select between 400 horsepower and 500 horsepower. So when you're in the mood to save, well, a little bit of gas, you can do that. A single push of a button, full 500 horsepower, and off you go. 2 more M cars to look at. These are both variations of the M6. Now, there hasn't been an M6 for a long time, and it's really terrific that BMW has seen fit to bring the M6 back. This here is the M6 convertible, and over here is the M6 coupe. The M6 coupe is the hardtop version, is perhaps a little bit stiffer in its chassis. These cars are expensive. They're $100,000 or more depending on how you get them equipped. They have the same V10 500 horsepower motor that the M5 has. You probably don't want to sit in the back seat of this car, but you could if you had to and you were 4'2". Overall, this is a very sexy but masculine car. It is uniquely BMW. I love the straight design, the way that the curvature handles along the front line, and the way the A-pillars lean back. Very, very fast. This car says I'm all about speed. So there you have it. Looking all the way back behind me, these are BMW's M cars. The only one missing, the new M3. We'll see that at the next North American Auto Show.